The upcoming annular solar eclipse in Virgo on October 2, 2024, marks a significant astrological event that will have profound influences on all zodiac signs. Solar eclipses are powerful astrological occurrences that suggest endings, new beginnings, and shifts in energy. They function as pivotal moments where the universe clears out outdated patterns to make way for new opportunities and growth. The second solar eclipse of 2024 takes place in the meticulous, analytical sign of Virgo, known for its association with health, work, service, and organization. It's important to highlight that these interpretations are drawn from sidereal or Vedic astrology, which considers a roughly 24-degree variance from the tropical zodiac. An annular eclipse, also known as a ring of fire eclipse, occurs when the moon covers the center of the sun, leaving a visible ring of light. While the light from the sun is still partially visible, the intensity of the eclipse symbolizes a time of partial illumination. Things may not be entirely clear during this period, leading to feelings of uncertainty or clouded judgment. However, these temporary moments of confusion are often followed by profound insights and clarity, as the energy of the eclipse settles and reveals new pathways. Virgo, as an earth sign, governs the realm of practicality, groundedness, and efficiency. This sign is detail-oriented, often striving for perfection and improvement in whatever it touches. During this eclipse, the Virgo energy will push individuals to examine their day-to-day routines, work environments, and even their health. It's a time to reorganize, declutter, and establish better systems that support both physical and mental well-being. The eclipse may inspire a renewed focus on personal health and wellness. Virgo's association with health could bring attention to habits or routines that no longer serve you, especially those related to diet, exercise, and mental health. This is an ideal time to reassess your daily practices and consider how you can bring more balance and mindfulness into your life. Whether it's changing your diet, starting a new fitness routine, or prioritizing self-care, the eclipse provides the support to make lasting improvements. The eclipse occurs in Hasta Nakshatra, a lunar mansion known for its adaptability and ability to change course when necessary. The influence of this nakshatra means that this eclipse will challenge us to be flexible and adaptable to the changes happening in our lives. Resistance to change or a rigid mindset will only lead to frustration during this period. Instead, those who are open to adjusting their plans and routines will find that this eclipse offers opportunities for growth and transformation. The energy of the eclipse is about clearing space for new beginnings. However, Virgo's need for perfectionism may create anxiety around making mistakes or not getting things right. It's important to remember that the eclipse's influence is not about achieving perfection but about refining and improving processes. This is a time to let go of old habits, patterns, or beliefs that are no longer working and to embrace a new, more efficient way of moving forward. As Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, the eclipse will also influence how we communicate, both with others and ourselves. Misunderstandings or communication breakdowns are common during an eclipse, particularly because emotions may be heightened and clarity may be lacking. It's important to be patient and deliberate in your interactions, taking time to ensure that you are clearly articulating your thoughts and feelings. Likewise, be prepared for others to struggle with expressing themselves, and practice active listening to avoid unnecessary conflict. Mercury's role in this eclipse also highlights the importance of self-talk and the mental patterns we cultivate. The eclipse will serve as a mirror, reflecting where we may need to change our mindset or shift limiting beliefs. For some, this may involve breaking free from self-critical or perfectionist tendencies that are tied to Virgo's shadow side. Instead of focusing on what isn't working, this is an opportunity to embrace a more constructive and compassionate approach to personal growth. For some people, the eclipse may bring unexpected circumstance in their work or health routine. Projects that were once running smoothly may hit snags, or health issues that were ignored might suddenly demand attention. Instead of viewing these obstacles as setbacks, see them as opportunities to reassess and make necessary adjustments. At the same time, this eclipse presents a powerful opportunity to begin new projects, relationships, or habits. The clearing energy of an eclipse often opens doors that were previously closed, especially if you've been feeling stuck in certain areas of life. The Virgo energy encourages us to move forward with careful planning and attention to detail, ensuring that the changes we make are sustainable in the long term. While the Virgo energy can be incredibly productive, it also has a shadow side that may be activated during this eclipse. The pursuit of perfectionism, overanalysis, and constant worry are pitfalls that some may fall into during this time. It's crucial to stay grounded and avoid becoming overly critical of yourself or others. The eclipse may highlight where these tendencies are causing unnecessary stress or holding you back from making progress. Virgo's tendency to overthink can create a sense of paralysis, making it difficult to move forward or make decisions. During the eclipse, it's important to focus on progress over perfection and trust that the steps you're taking will lead to positive outcomes, even if they are not flawless. Avoid getting stuck in the details, and instead, look at the bigger picture of where you want to go. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it is crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign offers insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you will emotionally respond to these changes. Take into account the position of your current Mahadasha Lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. By understanding the nuances of their astrological charts and planetary alignments, individuals can navigate the eclipse's influence more effectively and harness its transformative potential. These eclipses can also reveal hidden truths. The houses where the signs Virgo and Pisces are located in your chart will be influenced by this eclipse. If Virgo or Pisces is your ascendant, sun, or moon sign, you may feel the impact even more intensely. People going through Sun or Rahu Dasha, or relevant planetary periods, may experience the eclipse's effects more strongly. The Hasta Nakshatra in which the eclipse occurs also plays a role, affecting areas strongly if you have planets placed in that nakshatra. The eclipse's effects can be felt around a week before and after the event. Eclipse times can often bring challenges in various aspects of life, as discussed earlier. However, the outcomes of these events typically become evident over the next 6 months. So, if you're going through a tough time during the current eclipse season, remember that events may unfold and become clear in the following months. Each zodiac sign will experience the effects of this transit differently, depending on their individual birth charts. With this context in mind, let's dive into the predictions for each zodiac sign for this solar eclipse. For Aries, the solar eclipse occurring in Virgo marks a significant time of transformation and new beginnings, particularly concerning your 6th house. In astrology, the 6th house governs health, daily routines, service, work life, and hidden enemies. This eclipse offers both challenges and opportunities, especially in areas that require discipline, healing, and attention to details. It's a time to reflect, reorganize, and make changes that will lead to long-term improvements. During this solar eclipse, you are advised to stay away from conflicts and avoid unnecessary confrontations, especially in the workplace. The eclipse's energy will make hidden enemies and unresolved issues more visible. Enemies, whether they are people, internal conflicts, or obstacles, will be more prominent, and you may feel the urge to engage or fight back. However, this is not the time to react impulsively. Instead, maintaining composure and adopting a calm, rational approach will be crucial. Confrontation might seem tempting, but it's important to remember that the eclipse can cloud your judgment. Avoid jumping to conclusions, and take your time to assess any situation before responding. Legal matters may also arise during this time, potentially causing stress. You should be cautious about getting involved in disputes or unnecessary arguments, as legal or professional conflicts can surface unexpectedly. The influence of Mercury in Virgo during this eclipse suggests that communication, especially self-expression and efforts in professional environments, will play a key role. Careful planning and execution are needed, rather than relying on spontaneous action. Taking the time to think things through before making decisions will prevent unnecessary problems in the long run. The 6th house is closely tied to health and routines, and with the solar eclipse activating this area, you should pay special attention to your physical well-being. This is an ideal time to focus on healing, both body and mind. Whether it's adopting a new fitness routine, seeking medical advice, or starting a healthier diet, this eclipse pushes you to create better habits. If there have been lingering health issues, this is the period when clarity may emerge, helping you address these challenges head-on. Listen to your body and prioritize your health, as the changes you make now will have lasting effects. Hasta Nakshatra, where solar eclipse takes place, emphasizes the importance of work, healing, and completion. You should focus on tasks that have been left unfinished, especially those related to health or your daily routines. This is a time to establish disciplined habits that will lead to long-term improvements. In addition to health, work-related routines, time management, and efficiency will also need attention. The energy of Hasta Nakshatra supports manifesting better work habits, which can lead to greater productivity and fulfillment. This is your opportunity to realign your daily life in ways that benefit your well-being and work performance. The solar eclipse also signals potential changes in your professional realm. The 6th house relates to service, work ethics, and daily responsibilities, suggesting that new job opportunities or significant shifts in work routines may be on the horizon. Promotions, changes in responsibilities, or even unexpected job offers may come into play. However, you must ensure that you complete any existing work or projects before fully embracing new opportunities. Rushing into something new without tying up loose ends could lead to complications, so it's essential to finish what you've started. Workplace tensions may also rise to the surface. Conflicts with colleagues, hidden enemies, or power struggles could emerge, and you might feel caught in the middle of these situations. These workplace dynamics, although uncomfortable, are necessary to push you in the right direction. After the eclipse season, the stress and challenges of this period will have been resolved, but during the eclipse, it may feel overwhelming and unpredictable. One of the primary themes of this solar eclipse for you is the need to establish better routines and daily practices. If you've had bad habits, whether related to health, work, or personal life, this eclipse offers the opportunity to break free from them. The new moon energy of the eclipse signifies fresh starts and new beginnings. You should take advantage of this astrological event to set new goals, especially concerning your health and wellness. Starting a fitness regime, sticking to a diet plan, or making positive lifestyle changes will be highly beneficial during this time. The changes you implement now will set the stage for healthier habits and a more productive routine. Because solar eclipses represent moments of significant astrological alignment, they are seen as periods for introspection and transformation. For you, this transformation will manifest most strongly in your health and work life. Old patterns that no longer serve a purpose, whether they are bad habits, unhealthy relationships, or inefficient work routines, should be released. The solar eclipse will encourage you to let go of these negative influences and adopt more disciplined, healthy, and productive practices. Although the effects of this solar eclipse will be felt immediately, they will continue to influence you over the next several months. Health concerns may require ongoing attention, and it will take time to establish new routines and see the benefits. The eclipse's energy may also manifest in unexpected ways, such as sudden opportunities in the workplace or challenges that seem to arise out of nowhere. In the coming months, you'll have a clearer understanding of how these changes have pushed you toward growth and development. Overall, this solar eclipse will be a transformative period for you, Aries. With the 6th house activated, the focus will be on health, routines, hidden enemies, and professional life. Approach this time with caution, avoiding unnecessary confrontations and paying special attention to your physical and mental well-being. By establishing disciplined routines, addressing health concerns, and completing unfinished work, you can make the most of this eclipse's powerful energy and prepare for a period of growth and renewal. For Taurus, the solar eclipse in Virgo will have a significant impact, particularly in the 5th house, which governs creativity, children, love, romance, and education. This astrological event brings both challenges and opportunities for Taurus individuals, pushing them toward new beginnings while urging them to deal with unfinished business in various aspects of their lives. The eclipse's influence can lead to transformations, but it also calls for caution and patience, especially regarding investments, relationships, and children's well-being. The eclipse highlights a new beginning in terms of creativity and self-expression. The 5th house is closely associated with artistic endeavors, and Taurus individuals may experience a creative spark or inspiration to embark on new projects. However, it's important to note that this eclipse encourages completion before starting anything new. If you have ongoing creative projects or unfinished tasks, now is the time to bring them to a conclusion. Only once these are completed can you fully embrace new opportunities in the realm of artistic expression or innovation. Taurus individuals who work in creative fields, such as art, writing, design, or any profession that requires innovative thinking, may find that this eclipse brings about new ideas or ventures. However, this period might also be overwhelming, as you could feel like there's already too much on your plate. It's essential to prioritize tasks and focus on finishing what you've started. Once completed, new doors may open, offering exciting possibilities for personal or professional growth. The solar eclipse may cause romance and love to take a slower pace, with misunderstandings likely to arise between partners. Whether you are single or in a relationship, expect that things may not move forward as smoothly as desired. Miscommunication and minor conflicts can strain relationships, but this eclipse calls for patience. It's important not to make hasty decisions regarding your romantic life, as the full picture may not yet be clear. For those in long-term relationships, the eclipse may bring unresolved issues to the surface, offering an opportunity for healing and deeper understanding. However, it's crucial not to overreact or jump to conclusions during this time. Address any issues calmly and with an open heart, knowing that these challenges are temporary and may lead to stronger bonds in the future. For singles, romantic pursuits may not yield immediate results, and it's best to avoid rushing into new relationships during this period. The eclipse's energy may obscure hidden aspects of potential romantic interests, so taking things slowly will help you gain a clearer understanding in time. By staying patient and waiting for the right moment, you will be better positioned to form meaningful connections in the future. For Taurus individuals with children, this solar eclipse in the 5th house signals a period of heightened concern regarding their health and well-being. Children may be more vulnerable during this time, and sudden events could cause worry. It is crucial to take extra precautions, particularly if you have young ones or if you are expecting. For those who are parents, staying attuned to your children's needs and health will be essential. Follow medical advice diligently, and avoid taking unnecessary risks regarding their health. The fifth house also represents fertility and childbirth. If you are planning to start a family, this period may be favorable, but with the eclipse's influence, it's wise to approach it with caution. Take additional care and consult healthcare professionals to ensure a smooth process. This period may also bring moments of concern for parents, as they might become more anxious about their children's future or educational performance. Taurus individuals should exercise caution when it comes to investments, especially during this solar eclipse. The fifth house governs speculation, and the eclipse's influence makes the financial landscape particularly volatile. Avoid buying stocks or engaging in risky financial ventures during this period, as the energy is not favorable for speculative activities. The eclipse may create an illusion of opportunities, but hidden factors could result in financial losses. This is not the time to make major financial moves or take unnecessary risks. Instead, focus on consolidating your resources and avoiding impulsive decisions. The stock market and other high-risk investments could experience fluctuations during this time, and Taurus individuals would do well to wait until the eclipse energy passes before making any significant financial commitments. By exercising caution and patience, you can avoid unnecessary losses and maintain financial stability. The solar eclipse in the fifth house also affects education and intellectual pursuits for Taurus individuals. Students or those involved in learning may face unexpected challenges, such as changes in course material, difficulties with teachers, or sudden shifts in focus. This can create a sense of frustration or confusion, but it's important not to make hasty decisions regarding your academic path. If you feel like you've made a mistake in your studies or chosen the wrong course, take time to reassess your options before making any major changes. For those already studying or working on long-term educational projects, this eclipse offers an opportunity for culmination. You may reach a point of completion in your studies or gain a deeper understanding of your subject matter. However, it's crucial to avoid feeling overwhelmed by sudden shifts and to trust that these challenges are part of a larger process that will ultimately lead to growth and progress. Overall, the solar eclipse in Virgo brings significant changes and new beginnings for Taurus, particularly in the fifth house. This period calls for a careful balance between embracing new opportunities and ensuring that ongoing projects are completed. Children's health, creative endeavors, romance, and educational pursuits will be central themes, and Taurus individuals are encouraged to approach these areas with caution and patience. By avoiding impulsive decisions and exercising care, especially in financial matters, Taurus individuals can navigate this eclipse with greater clarity and prepare for long-term growth in their personal and professional lives. For Gemini, the solar eclipse in Virgo will take place in the fourth house. The fourth house is associated with home, family, emotional well-being, and property. This eclipse is expected to bring significant changes to your domestic environment, relationships with family members, and emotional state. It may stir up unexpected events, but with patience and mindfulness, this period can pave the way for a fresh start in areas related to your home and inner peace. Since the fourth house governs emotions and family dynamics, this solar eclipse may heighten feelings of sensitivity and vulnerability, particularly in your relationship with your mother. Long-standing emotional issues could come to the surface, and you may feel more easily triggered by her words or actions. Similarly, your mother might also be more emotionally reactive during this period, making it crucial to handle interactions with care. Eclipses tend to amplify emotions, so it's important to avoid unnecessary confrontations or misunderstandings. The solar eclipse may bring significant changes to your family structure or your home environment, which could affect your relationship with your mother. This could include changes such as relocation, renovation, or shifts in family roles, which might disrupt your sense of stability and security. These changes could challenge the way you and your mother relate to each other or the roles you both play within the family. You may need to adjust to new responsibilities or navigate shifts in your living situation. One of the most critical aspects of this solar eclipse for Gemini is the strong recommendation to avoid making any major financial decisions related to property or vehicles. The energy of the eclipse is unstable, and making decisions regarding the purchase of movable or immovable assets could lead to regret later. Whether it's buying a new car, house, or even investing in home renovations, it's best to put these plans on hold until the eclipse energy settles. The eclipse could obscure important information, and you may not have all the facts to make the right decisions during this period. Instead of jumping into home improvements or major purchases, it's better to use this time to complete research or evaluate your long-term plans. Once the eclipse energy subsides, you'll have a clearer perspective and be able to make informed decisions about your investments. If you're planning any upgrades to your home, such as painting, redecorating, or renovation work, it's advisable to postpone these projects for at least a month. Rushing into these changes now could result in costly mistakes or dissatisfaction later. The fourth house governs your home and family, and this solar eclipse may bring changes to your domestic environment. You might experience a shift in your living arrangements, such as a move to a new house or the return of a family member to your household. For some Gemini individuals, this could even involve leaving your homeland or returning after time spent away. The eclipse energy could also lead to necessary repairs or maintenance in your home, such as fixing leaks or dealing with structural issues. While these changes may feel disruptive at first, they ultimately pave the way for a more stable and comfortable living environment. Emotionally, this eclipse could trigger a period of catharsis. The fourth house represents your inner peace and emotional stability, and the eclipse may bring buried feelings to the surface. This could manifest as a release of frustration, especially for those who have felt unsupported or misunderstood by family members. If you've been feeling emotionally disconnected or weighed down by domestic issues, this period could offer a chance for emotional healing and a fresh start. Gemini individuals, particularly those in artistic fields, may find this time challenging as they wrestle with feelings of frustration. You may feel that your talents aren't being recognized, or that you're not receiving the public approval you deserve. The eclipse could amplify these feelings, but it also presents an opportunity to address them and find emotional release. Through this process, you'll gain clarity and inner peace, allowing you to move forward with a stronger sense of self and purpose. For Gemini individuals who are public figures or work in fields that require public interaction, the solar eclipse may also bring a shift in your public image. This period suggests that your popularity and approval ratings could fluctuate during this period. You may experience a sudden increase in public recognition, with people beginning to understand your point of view more clearly. This could be a time when your public efforts and hard work start to pay off, resulting in greater acknowledgement from others. However, the eclipse also carries the potential for misunderstandings, so it's important to remain cautious about how you present yourself in public. If you're involved in any public-facing projects or interactions, take extra care to ensure clear communication and avoid impulsive reactions. By maintaining patience and composure, you'll be able to navigate this period successfully and emerge with a stronger reputation. The solar eclipse in the fourth house is also a time to focus on your emotional well-being and inner peace. The eclipse may stir up old memories or unresolved emotions, especially those connected to your childhood or early family life. You might find yourself reflecting on past experiences or reconnecting with people from your past, such as childhood friends or family members. This can be a time of healing, as the eclipse energy helps you process and release old emotional baggage. It's important to avoid impulsive emotional reactions during this period, as the eclipse can cloud your judgment. The best approach is to remain patient and allow the emotions to surface without acting on them immediately. Over time, this emotional catharsis will bring a sense of relief, and you'll emerge from this period with greater clarity and emotional strength. Overall, the solar eclipse in the fourth house for Gemini is a period of emotional upheaval and domestic changes. While this time may feel chaotic, it also offers the potential for new beginnings and healing in your home life. Be patient with yourself and those around you, as the eclipse's energy may cause temporary misunderstandings or emotional outbursts. With time, you'll gain clarity and be able to move forward with a stronger sense of self and a more stable home environment. For Cancer, the solar eclipse occurring in Virgo falls in the third house, brings significant changes in your communication, relationships with siblings, and self-efforts. This house governs your courage, close relationships, and initiatives, making this eclipse a time of renewed confidence and personal growth. However, it also brings caution regarding interactions and travel. The third house represents communication and relationships with siblings and close relatives. During this solar eclipse, Cancer individuals are advised to be cautious about their words. Avoid arguments and conflicts with siblings, cousins, and neighbors, as the energy of the eclipse can bring about misunderstandings or exacerbate existing tensions. Harsh words spoken in anger could damage relationships, and they are difficult to retract once said. This applies not only to verbal communication but also to written communication such as emails and letters. Misunderstandings could arise from poorly worded messages, so it's vital to pause and reflect before responding. The eclipse in Virgo, ruled by Mercury, emphasizes the need for clarity and precision in communication. Being diplomatic and thoughtful will help you navigate any tricky conversations that may arise during this time. Maintaining wholesome relationships with your family and avoiding unnecessary confrontations will prove beneficial. The third house also governs courage, personal efforts, and new initiatives. The solar eclipse signals a new beginning in something you may have previously mastered. This could involve rekindling an interest in a craft, a sport, or even a mental pursuit that you have set aside. There is a strong renewal of courage and self-confidence, giving you the drive to pursue personal goals with greater vigor. If you have been feeling uncertain or lacking in self-confidence, this eclipse will help you regain your strength and determination. This could lead to a more assertive approach in dealing with others. You may find yourself confronting issues head-on, especially if there have been lingering challenges with siblings or close friends. However, this newfound assertiveness could potentially strain relationships if not handled with care, so be mindful of your approach. The third house is associated with short trips, travel, and local environments. It is advised to avoid travel during the eclipse period, as the planetary energies might create unexpected disruptions or complications. If you must travel, be extra cautious and ensure that all plans are thoroughly thought out to avoid unforeseen issues. Whether for work or personal reasons, any trips during this time may not go as smoothly as expected. The solar eclipse might also influence your neighborhood or local community. Issues related to property, local governance, or disputes with neighbors could surface, adding an extra layer of complexity to your immediate environment. Keep your patience, as trying to force changes or resolve conflicts during this period may backfire. For Cancer individuals working in public domains such as politics, media, or any influential roles, the solar eclipse offers an opportunity to connect with a larger audience. The eclipse's energy, particularly with Sun and Mercury involved, highlights your capacity to influence the masses. If you are a spokesperson, influencer, or leader, you will find yourself more effective in reaching out to people, especially when sharing your emotions and vision. This period could bring fresh opportunities for collaboration, networking, or launching new projects that require public engagement. New alliances and partnerships may also emerge during this time, potentially bringing in like-minded people who align with your goals and vision. Whether through personal networking or professional connections, this eclipse could open doors to new relationships that will be beneficial in the long run. The adaptability of the Hasta Nakshatra, in which the eclipse occurs, supports this process, helping you turn ideas into concrete actions with precision and clarity. With Mars continuing its transit through your 12th house, you may feel more anxious and restless around the time of the eclipse. You might second-guess your decisions, feel overwhelmed by pressure from external sources, or experience confusion in communication. This could lead to sleepless nights or heightened stress, particularly related to work or family dynamics. However, it is crucial to remember that much of this anxiety is temporary and will subside once the eclipse passes. Avoid overthinking or making hasty decisions based on incomplete information. The solar eclipse can create an atmosphere of uncertainty, and you might not have all the facts to make informed choices just yet. Instead of reacting impulsively, give yourself time to process the situation and let the energy of the eclipse settle. Trust that the changes unfolding will ultimately lead to a more balanced and stable environment. The solar eclipse in the third house also encourages Cancer individuals to focus on skill development and personal growth. This is an excellent time to conduct an analysis of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Whether in your career or personal life, this period is ideal for identifying areas where you can improve and honing your skills for future success. If you have been contemplating starting a new project, particularly in fields like writing, teaching, marketing, or any form of communication, now is the time to do so. The adaptability of the eclipse's energy will help you execute your plans effectively. You might also find that the eclipse brings renewed clarity and precision to your work, allowing you to complete ongoing projects or start new ventures with greater focus. Overall, the solar eclipse in Virgo, affecting the third house for Cancer individuals, brings both challenges and opportunities. By maintaining open communication, avoiding conflicts, and harnessing the energy of renewal, Cancer individuals can use this period to strengthen relationships, develop new skills, and pursue personal goals. Be mindful of your words and actions, as the eclipse's influence could create misunderstandings or emotional stress. However, with patience and careful planning, this period can lead to new beginnings and personal growth. For Leo, the solar eclipse occurring in Virgo influences by activating the second house in the zodiac, which governs finances, wealth, speech, and family values. This solar eclipse brings a potent mix of opportunities and challenges that will push Leo individuals to recalibrate their financial strategies and reassess their family dynamics. With Ketu involved in this eclipse and the first house Lord Sun being eclipsed, the energies at play demand extra caution in personal and financial matters. During this eclipse, Leo individuals might experience some tension or stress in their home environment. Family-related concerns, particularly regarding shared responsibilities, property, or wealth management, may surface, causing friction between family members. The advice here is clear: stay calm and do not react impulsively. This period requires patience and level-headedness, as any harsh words or actions could escalate the situation unnecessarily. As Mars casts its aspect on the second house, your speech could become impulsive or aggressive, leading to conflicts with loved ones. It's essential to maintain open communication and think carefully before expressing yourself, as words spoken in haste may damage long-term relationships. Ketu's influence in the second house means that deep-rooted family issues, potentially spanning generations, could come to the forefront during this period. Leo individuals may need to adopt a more mature and discreet approach when dealing with these matters, especially in family negotiations. This is the time to reflect on the values that have shaped your family structure and to navigate conflicts with a sense of diplomacy and reason. The second house is intimately connected to finances, and the solar eclipse signifies a critical period for financial reassessment for Leo. This eclipse marks a new beginning in your financial landscape, offering the potential for growth and transformation. However, it comes with a strong caveat. This is not the time for impulsive financial decisions. Leo individuals should avoid making any rash investments or liquidating savings without thorough consideration. Instead, it is a time to consolidate current investments, review them carefully, and set new financial goals. The key here is to proceed with caution and clarity, ensuring that your financial moves align with long-term objectives. Interestingly, the eclipse may also bring opportunities to shuffle your assets. For example, some Leo individuals might consider selling stocks to invest in property, or vice versa. Exploring new asset classes, such as gold or cryptocurrency, may also be on the horizon for those inclined toward innovative financial strategies. This is a good period to consider diversifying your wealth, but only after conducting careful research and ensuring that your investments align with your overall financial security. As the Sun, your ruling planet, is being eclipsed, this could temporarily impact your sense of self-worth or confidence in financial dealings. There may be moments of doubt regarding past decisions, but rest assured that any obstacles will soon clear, allowing for new opportunities to emerge. Remember to stay grounded during this time, and don't let temporary frustrations cloud your judgment. In addition to financial considerations, this eclipse could also mark a new chapter in your professional life. The second house is connected to cumulative wealth and earned income, suggesting that some Leo individuals might experience a significant boost in their earnings or net worth. A new job offer, promotion, or business venture may come into play, offering exciting possibilities for financial growth. This is especially relevant for those Leo individuals who have been working on long-term projects or business ventures. Now could be the time when these efforts finally begin to bear fruit, clearing space for wealth and success to flow into your life. The eclipse could also bring unexpected changes, particularly in relation to your career. The presence of Ketu indicates that these changes may require you to let go of outdated methods or financial habits that no longer serve you. Trust in the process and remain adaptable. This period may require you to tweak or rearrange your plans to accommodate new circumstances, but it will ultimately lead to positive outcomes. On a personal level, this solar eclipse offers an opportunity for Leo individuals to reconnect with their family values and traditions. This period will prompt introspection about your roots and your emotional connection to your family. For some Leo individuals, this could mean rekindling relationships with parents, siblings, or extended family members. If you are single, the second house eclipse may also bring the potential for a significant new relationship, possibly even leading to marriage. For those who are already married, the eclipse may signal new developments within the family, such as the possibility of having children or deepening your bond with your spouse. However, this is also a period where tensions within the family could arise, particularly around matters of shared wealth or responsibilities. Ketu's involvement in the eclipse encourages you to adopt a more critical and reflective approach when dealing with family issues. This is not the time to avoid difficult conversations. Instead, face them with a calm and mature attitude, as resolution is possible if handled wisely. Leo individuals should also be mindful of their physical health during this solar eclipse. The second house governs food and diet, and with Ketu's influence, there may be a heightened risk of health issues related to improper diet or food poisoning. It is important to monitor your food intake and avoid indulging in unhealthy or risky dietary habits. Likewise, stress levels may rise due to family or financial pressures, so it is crucial to practice self-care and maintain balance in your life. Overall, the solar eclipse in Virgo offers Leo individuals a transformative period, particularly in the realms of family and finances. While challenges may arise, particularly around communication and investments, this eclipse provides the opportunity to reassess, reorganize, and ultimately grow. By approaching this period with caution, patience, and a clear mind, Leo individuals can navigate these changes and emerge stronger, with renewed financial security and deeper family connections. For Virgo, the solar eclipse on October 2nd will have a significant impact on individuals as it takes place in the first house. This house governs self, identity, appearance, personal goals, and overall life direction. The eclipse will bring transformative energy that encourages deep introspection, self-awareness, and personal growth. For Virgo individuals, this is a time to reflect on their self-worth, confidence, and personal achievements, while also paying attention to health and appearance. During this period, Virgo individuals may experience self-doubt or a decline in confidence. The solar eclipse, combined with the involvement of Ketu, can bring about an identity crisis, where Virgo individuals might feel unsure of their abilities and life path. This lack of clarity can cause frustration and a sense of being lost. However, it is important to remember that this is a temporary phase designed to prompt deeper self-reflection. Virgo individuals should work on rebuilding their self-esteem and focus on personal growth rather than comparing themselves to others. Practicing self-love and cultivating a sense of wholeness is essential during this time. You should focus on being comfortable in your own skin and avoid external validation as a measure of your worth. The eclipse brings a powerful opportunity for Virgo individuals to elevate their mastery in areas where they are already skilled. Whether it is in their career, personal life, or creative endeavors, this eclipse will inspire them to take their abilities to the next level. This is a time of significant personal transformation, where clearing space from past baggage or limitations can allow a more masterful version of themselves to emerge. Virgo individuals may find themselves revisiting old goals or talents and working to refine and improve them. The solar eclipse acts as an astrological reset, enabling them to shed old patterns and embrace new opportunities for self-improvement. Given that the first house is also associated with health and physical appearance, Virgo individuals should pay extra attention to their well-being during this eclipse. The eclipse energy may bring health challenges, especially in terms of skin issues or allergies, so it is crucial to monitor diet and lifestyle choices closely. Avoid any health risks by maintaining a balanced diet and staying hydrated. Virgo individuals may feel compelled to reinvent their appearance or make changes in their physical routine. Whether it's starting a new fitness regimen or adopting healthier habits, this eclipse encourages Virgo to take proactive steps toward improving their overall health and physical image. The period surrounding the solar eclipse can also trigger important conversations with close relationships, especially with spouses, business partners, or advisors. With the involvement of Jupiter through aspect, the Lord of advice and wisdom, Virgo individuals are likely to receive valuable insights from trusted sources. However, they may feel resistant to accepting this advice, as the eclipse can cloud their judgment. Mercury, their ruling planet, is eclipsed during this time, further complicating their ability to see situations clearly. It's important for Virgo individuals to stay open to feedback from others and avoid making impulsive decisions based solely on emotions or self-doubt. Sharing the burden with others rather than taking everything on themselves is key to navigating this challenging period. Career-related stress and unexpected challenges at the workplace could also arise during the eclipse. Virgo individuals may feel overwhelmed by their responsibilities, feeling like they are carrying too much on their shoulders. Mars, the ruler of the 8th house, is involved by aspect, potentially adding pressure to career matters and dealings with higher-ups. There might be a sense of being pushed to the brink, or feeling overburdened by workplace demands. However, these challenges are not permanent and will likely lead to new opportunities or a change in direction that ultimately benefits Virgo's long-term career goals. It is important to remain patient and not overreact, as the eclipse will gradually reveal a clearer path forward. Public image is another area that will be impacted by this eclipse. Virgo individuals should be cautious of how they present themselves during this time, as any missteps could lead to unwanted attention or misunderstandings. There could be situations that place them in the public eye, either for positive or negative reasons. It's important to guard their reputation and avoid engaging in any controversial behavior that could tarnish their image. This is particularly relevant for those whose careers involve public exposure or are prone to scandal and controversy. On a deeper level, this solar eclipse invites Virgo individuals to connect with their spiritual side and reflect on their life's purpose. The presence of Ketu in the first house enhances this inclination toward inner reflection and self-discovery. Virgo individuals may find themselves drawn to practices like meditation, therapy, or spiritual communities that help them overcome mental blockages and self-imposed limitations. This is a powerful time to align with universal energies and tap into divine insights. Virgo individuals who are engaged in creative fields, particularly those with an international or global audience, may find themselves gaining new inspiration and clarity about their work and life direction. Overall, the solar eclipse in Virgo will be a transformative period for Virgo individuals, particularly in terms of self-growth, health, career, and personal relationships. While it may bring challenges such as self-doubt, health concerns, or career stress, it also offers opportunities for personal mastery, spiritual insights, and self-improvement. By focusing on self-love, seeking help when needed, and embracing change with an open mind, Virgo individuals can navigate this eclipse with grace and emerge stronger, more self-assured, and aligned with their true purpose. For Libra, the solar eclipse on October 2nd will take place in your 12th house, bringing profound and introspective energy. The 12th house represents spirituality, losses, foreign connections, hidden matters, and liberation, making this eclipse a significant period of reflection and internal growth for you. As the sun, which represents the soul and self, gets eclipsed in this area, you will be prompted to confront deep-rooted issues and hidden emotions while undergoing transformative experiences. One of the key themes of this eclipse for you is the need to manage expenses carefully. The 12th house is associated with losses, and during this period, there is a heightened risk of overspending or financial setbacks. Be cautious with financial decisions, particularly when it comes to impulsive or rushed monetary transactions. If you're dealing with foreign currency or engaged in international business, proceed with extra caution. The eclipse could bring unexpected fluctuations in earnings, especially for those of you involved in overseas ventures. If you're considering moving abroad for work or higher education, it might be wise to delay these plans until the eclipse energy subsides. The 12th house's influence may create obstacles or delays in such pursuits, and waiting for a more favorable period could lead to better outcomes. This solar eclipse offers you an opportunity for a beautiful new beginning in your spiritual development. This period could reawaken gifts or talents honed in past lives, particularly in areas related to spirituality, intuition, and the occult. As the eclipse clears away certain aspects of life, it makes room for these latent abilities to reemerge. Your intuition may sharpen, and you may find yourself more in tune with your inner voice and spiritual path. This eclipse is an ideal time for self-reflection and a deeper connection to the spiritual realm. Whether through meditation or other spiritual practices, you can benefit from turning inward and exploring your higher purpose. The 12th house's association with hidden matters and liberation suggests that this eclipse will push you to release old baggage and past wounds, allowing you to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. As the eclipse unfolds in the 12th house, you may experience a period of emotional release. The energy of the eclipse, especially with the influence of Hasta Nakshatra, encourages adaptation and healing. You may feel overwhelmed by your emotions or past traumas, but this is a necessary step toward healing. This period urges you to let go of any lingering pain or scars that have been holding you back, allowing you to embrace a process of renewal and rebirth. The 12th house is also known as the house of exit, signifying the end of certain chapters in life. This eclipse could mark the closure of a significant phase, whether it's related to personal relationships, emotional burdens, or even physical belongings. The process of release, though potentially challenging, will ultimately lead to growth and liberation for you. Another prominent aspect of this eclipse is the potential for foreign travel. The 12th house governs foreign lands, and you may find yourself embarking on journeys abroad. Whether for personal, professional, or spiritual reasons, this period could bring opportunities to explore new cultures or pursue international endeavors. However, it's essential to remain cautious, especially with any foreign business connections, as there may be unexpected developments or challenges during this time. The eclipse may also influence you to seek solitude or time away from the usual hustle and bustle. Travel, whether literal or metaphorical, will offer you a chance to gain new perspectives and insights into your life. Health is another area that requires attention during this eclipse. You may experience health-related worries or concerns, particularly related to stress or anxiety. The 12th house's connection to the subconscious mind means that much of this stress may stem from internal fears or unresolved emotional issues. The eclipse may bring these concerns to the surface, making it essential for you to focus on self-care and mental well-being. Sleepless nights and anxiety may become more prevalent, but this is a temporary phase. By practicing meditation or other calming techniques, you can regain clarity and perspective. It's important to take time for yourself, cut off from external distractions, and engage in activities that bring peace and relaxation. The solar eclipse may also bring unexpected challenges in the workplace, particularly in relation to foreign connections or colleagues from abroad. Mars, which rules your 7th house of partnerships, may create sudden pressures or conflicts, making it difficult to balance personal and professional life. Be mindful not to take on too much responsibility or feel overwhelmed by the demands of others. Sharing the burden and seeking support from trusted colleagues or partners will be essential during this time. Though the eclipse may create some temporary instability in career matters, it also offers an opportunity for growth and new directions. By staying adaptable and open to change, you can navigate these challenges and emerge stronger. Finally, the solar eclipse marks the beginning of a new chapter in your spiritual journey. With the 11th Lord of Gains being eclipsed in the 12th house of spirituality, there is a strong emphasis on pursuing higher knowledge and understanding. This period may bring insights into the deeper meaning of life, prompting you to seek fulfillment beyond material achievements. For those of you on a spiritual path, this eclipse offers a golden opportunity for growth and attainment. Whether through personal reflection, meditation, or seeking guidance from spiritual mentors, embrace this transformative energy and explore the mysteries of the universe. Overall, the solar eclipse in 12th house will be a period of introspection, healing, and spiritual growth. By managing finances carefully, embracing emotional release, and focusing on personal and spiritual development, you can navigate this transformative time with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. For Scorpio, the solar eclipse occurs in Virgo, activating the 11th house. The 11th house governs gains, social circles, friendships, long-term aspirations, and fulfillment of desires. As the solar eclipse unfolds, significant shifts in these areas are anticipated. This event can bring delays in financial returns, misunderstandings in your social network, and sudden challenges with friends or colleagues. However, it also opens the door for new opportunities, friendships, and long-term success, provided you approach these changes with patience, maturity, and adaptability. The solar eclipse may result in delays or unexpected obstacles in your financial gains, particularly those linked to your profession or long-term investments. If you've been waiting on returns from previous efforts, this period might feel frustrating as things don't materialize as quickly as expected. The Sun, which represents authority and leadership, getting eclipsed in the 11th house signals that career aspirations might be temporarily stalled. This could manifest as a job promotion not coming through, a business deal being postponed, or workplace recognition being delayed. However, this eclipse is also clearing the path for a new influx of wealth and opportunities. While some doors might close temporarily, others will open. If you're facing setbacks in your career or finances, trust that this is a phase that will pass. Rather than resisting these challenges, go with the flow. The eclipse is pushing you to reevaluate your goals, methods, and connections. Long-term success is still achievable, but it may require patience and strategic planning. In terms of friendships and your social network, this eclipse may bring disputes or conflicts of interest. Misunderstandings within your friend circle or support group could arise, leading to tension. You might find that some of your friends or acquaintances are no longer aligned with your values or aspirations, causing friction. It's important to handle these situations with maturity and patience. Resolving these conflicts swiftly is crucial for maintaining harmony within your group. The eclipse, however, also paves the way for new, more suitable connections to enter your life. You may feel like you no longer relate to certain individuals in your current social circle. If this is the case, it's a sign that space is being cleared for people who are better aligned with your future aspirations. This period encourages you to let go of toxic or unproductive relationships and make room for new friendships that will support your personal and professional growth. The eclipse energy is transformative, and while it may initially bring discomfort, it ultimately leads to a more supportive and harmonious social network. The 11th house is also connected to long-term goals and aspirations. This solar eclipse prompts you to focus on what truly matters to you in the long run. While there may be temporary setbacks, this is an excellent time for introspection and recalibration. If you've been chasing short-term goals or superficial desires, the eclipse may push you to reevaluate your priorities and shift your focus to more meaningful and fulfilling aspirations. Hasta Nakshatra, where the eclipse occurs, provides the practicality and flexibility needed to manifest your desires on a practical level. Scorpio individuals are encouraged to network, attend professional or spiritual events, and actively seek out opportunities that align with their long-term goals. This is not a time to sit back and wait for things to happen. Instead, put in the effort to capitalize on the opportunities that come your way. Manifestation is key during this period, but it requires clarity of vision and a concrete plan for the future. Focus on short-term planning, such as setting achievable goals for the next few weeks or months, and work towards them diligently. October 2nd may bring unexpected challenges related to your relationships with colleagues, friends, or even older siblings. You might find yourself dealing with crises within your friend group, where you are called upon to mediate or offer support. This could range from a friend facing a personal challenge to a professional issue that requires your involvement. As the eclipse brings hidden issues to the surface, you may discover unresolved tensions or unmet expectations within your social circle. Handling these situations with grace and understanding will be critical during this time. In the workplace, you might experience sudden changes in job interviews, promotions, or competitive situations. Something you expected might not materialize, or an unexpected opportunity may present itself. It's essential not to panic if things don't go as planned. You may not have all the information at the moment, and the eclipse's energy encourages you to let go of rigid expectations and trust the process. What may initially appear as a setback could later reveal itself to be a blessing in disguise. Beyond the material and social aspects, the 11th house also has a spiritual dimension. For those Scorpio individuals on a spiritual journey, this eclipse can bring profound insights and breakthroughs. You may find yourself questioning the material aspects of life and seeking deeper meaning. The Sun's presence in the 11th house, combined with the eclipse, signifies a time of spiritual transformation and awakening. This period encourages you to explore new philosophies, engage in spiritual practices, or connect with groups that support your spiritual growth. Hasta Nakshatra's energy urges you to adapt, heal, and trust in the process of release and renewal. As you let go of old friendships, ambitions, or desires that no longer serve you, you open yourself up to new possibilities and a higher sense of fulfillment. Whether it's through charitable work, meditation, or spiritual study, this eclipse offers a chance to deepen your connection with the larger world and your inner self. Overall, the solar eclipse in the 11th house for Scorpio brings both challenges and opportunities. While financial delays, conflicts in friendships, and workplace obstacles may arise, this period is also a time of transformation, new opportunities, and spiritual growth. By embracing the changes, letting go of outdated relationships, and focusing on long-term goals, Scorpio individuals can emerge from this eclipse period stronger and more aligned with their true purpose. For Sagittarius, the solar eclipse occurring in Virgo will greatly influence you, as it transpires in your 10th house of career, reputation, and public life. This is a significant house in astrology, often associated with professional achievements, social standing, and your relationship with father and authority. Given this placement, you should prepare for a period of potential upheaval in your work life, but also opportunities for growth and transformation. The eclipse's energy is clearing space for new beginnings, but it may initially feel disruptive or confusing. The solar eclipse could cause shifts in the dynamics between you and your father. If there have been unresolved issues or power struggles in your relationship, this eclipse might bring them to the surface. Conflicts related to authority, control, or differences in viewpoints could intensify. It's important to approach these matters with patience and a willingness to communicate openly, as eclipses tend to heighten emotions and bring long-standing issues into the light. Avoid getting caught up in minor disagreements or focusing too much on critical details, as this could lead to unnecessary friction. During this period, you should focus on your professional life with greater intensity. There may be a sense that the universe is making space for something new in your career, which can manifest as new job opportunities, promotions, or shifts in responsibilities. However, it is essential to avoid any missteps during this time. Steer clear of office politics and maintain a positive and cooperative attitude toward colleagues. This eclipse may bring unexpected changes or disruptions at work, such as sudden restructuring or shifts in leadership. Remaining flexible and going with the flow will help you navigate these changes successfully. You are known for your optimism and adventurous spirit, but during this eclipse, it is crucial to stay grounded and realistic. The eclipse's placement in the detail-oriented Hasta Nakshatra suggests that you need to pay attention to the finer points in your work life. Missing deadlines or neglecting responsibilities could have negative repercussions, so it's vital to stay organized and focused. Be open to constructive criticism from colleagues or supervisors to grow and improve in your professional role. Rather than resisting feedback, embrace it as an opportunity for self-improvement. One of the key themes of this eclipse is the potential for new beginnings in your career. You may find that certain aspects of your work life are falling away, making room for something fresh and exciting. This could manifest in several ways: a new job offer, a promotion, or even the opportunity to relocate for work. However, be cautious about making hasty decisions, particularly if you are offered a new job or position. It's essential to thoroughly read through any contracts, job descriptions, and roles before accepting, as there may be hidden details that could cause problems later. In some cases, you might experience unexpected shifts at work, such as a change in management, a reorganization of responsibilities, or even the loss of a job opportunity. While these changes might initially feel unsettling, remember that the full picture is not yet clear. The solar eclipse can obscure certain details, making it difficult to fully understand the situation. Trust that these changes are ultimately leading you toward a better professional path, even if the initial transition feels challenging. The eclipse also offers you the chance to revamp your public image and reputation. The 10th house is not only about career but also how you are perceived by society and authority figures. During this time, you may have the opportunity to reshape the way your bosses, colleagues, and the public view you. This could involve taking on new leadership roles, proving your worth in high-stakes projects, or simply showing more responsibility and dedication in your work. For those of you who may have had a negative reputation in the past, perhaps seen as unreliable, tardy, or disorganized, this eclipse presents a chance to change that perception. The energy of the eclipse will support efforts to prove your competence and reliability to supervisors and authority figures. By focusing on professionalism and delivering on promises, you can shift how you are viewed within your workplace and beyond. While the solar eclipse brings opportunities, it also comes with its fair share of challenges. There may be sudden disruptions in the workplace, such as conflicts with colleagues or unexpected changes in work plans. Be prepared for these unforeseen circumstances and approach them with patience and resilience. Mars is casting its influence on this eclipse, which may intensify feelings of frustration or conflict in the workplace. Avoid impulsive reactions or rash decisions during this period and instead focus on maintaining harmony with coworkers. In addition to career changes, you may find yourself called upon to assist colleagues, friends, or even siblings who are going through their own challenges. The eclipse's energy can create crises for those around you, and you may be asked to step in and offer support. While it's important to be helpful, ensure that you set boundaries and do not take on too much responsibility, especially if it detracts from your own professional growth. To make the most of the solar eclipse's transformative energy, focus on staying organized, remaining open to change, and embracing new opportunities as they arise. Being proactive in your career and maintaining positive relationships with authority figures will be key to success during this period. Practicing acts of kindness and respect toward bosses and colleagues can help smooth over any workplace tensions. For those looking to further enhance positive energy, engaging in charitable work or supporting health-related causes can provide karmic benefits. Overall, the solar eclipse presents you with both challenges and opportunities in your career and public life. By staying flexible, focusing on self-improvement, and navigating workplace dynamics with maturity, you can emerge from this period stronger, with new opportunities for professional success and personal growth. For Capricorn, the solar eclipse will occur within your 9th house. The 9th house is one of the most powerful trine houses, governing higher learning, philosophy, travel, spirituality, and belief systems. This eclipse will bring profound opportunities for self-development, new beginnings in education or spiritual journeys, and a reassessment of your personal beliefs and higher goals. However, it will also present challenges, particularly in relationships with mentors, father figures, or spiritual guides. During this solar eclipse, you will experience a surge in your sense of authority and responsibility. This period is about clearing space in your life for new learning experiences and higher responsibilities. You may feel an internal shift where your ability to take charge of your life grows significantly. Even if this newfound authority and responsibility are not immediately recognized by others, the transformation will be powerful within yourself. It's essential to acknowledge and embrace these changes, as they will position you for personal growth in the months to come. This eclipse is particularly potent for embarking on new educational or spiritual pursuits. Whether you are already studying or seeking to deepen your knowledge, this is a favorable time to commit yourself to disciplined learning. The influence of Hasta Nakshatra, where the eclipse occurs, supports practical and methodical approaches. You may find yourself becoming more diligent, perhaps revisiting old studies, making detailed notes, or diving deeper into subjects that interest you. The energy of this period will push you towards higher wisdom, and you may also come across a new mentor or guide who will help you on this journey. While this eclipse will open doors for self-development, it can also strain relationships, especially with your father, teachers, or spiritual guides. There may be friction or disagreements that surface during this period, and it's important to approach these situations with respect, patience, and mindfulness. The key is to maintain balance in these relationships without pretending to be someone you are not or compromising your values. However, do not rush to react negatively or engage in conflict. Instead, let this be a time for introspection and reflection on how these relationships contribute to your growth. If you experience tension in these areas, recognize that the lessons learned from these difficulties will serve a greater purpose in the future. Sometimes, the universe presents challenges through authority figures or mentors to help you grow. The guidance you receive, though harsh at times, will eventually lead you to important realizations. Be open to learning from these interactions, even if they are not immediately pleasant. The 9th house also governs travel, both physical and spiritual. While this eclipse may bring opportunities for growth through travel, it's crucial to be cautious during this period. The presence of Ketu and the eclipse energy can bring unexpected events, particularly in relation to travel. If you have plans for long-distance travel or adventurous activities, it would be wise to exercise extra care and avoid unnecessary risks during this time. There is a higher chance of accidents, mishaps, or unforeseen complications, especially with Mars aspecting this house from Gemini. Mars can bring impulsiveness and recklessness, so it is essential to be mindful of your actions. Whether it's physical travel or spiritual exploration, ensure that you are grounded and prepared. Avoid dangerous activities like extreme sports or unplanned adventures, as the eclipse energy could amplify risks. This is a time for introspective journeys rather than physical escapades. One of the most powerful themes of this eclipse for you is the emphasis on inner growth. This period is not about external success or recognition, but about expanding your inner world. The solar eclipse will push you to explore new horizons within yourself, You are being called to learn, grow, and evolve on a deep, spiritual level. The more you dedicate yourself to personal development, the more you will gain from this period. It's essential to focus on learning in all forms, whether it's through formal education, life experiences, or spiritual practice. The ninth house energy is about higher wisdom, and this eclipse is a gateway to new insights and perspectives. Use this time to expand your understanding of the world and your place in it. Whether through books, teachers, or self-reflection, absorb as much knowledge as you can. If you have been dealing with long-standing issues, particularly around decisions related to your beliefs or path in life, now is the time to make those decisions. The eclipse will clear the way for you to move forward. While things may feel uncertain or unexpected, trust that you are on the right path. Even if situations involving your father, mentors, or authority figures seem challenging, stay committed to your course. Mars energy may make you feel frustrated or angry, but remember that things are not always what they seem. The eclipse will gradually reveal the truth, and with time, you will realize that you are headed in the right direction. To navigate this eclipse period effectively, focus on grounding practices like meditation and spiritual reflection. Engage in rituals or activities that help you stay connected to your higher self and purpose. Spiritual practices will be particularly beneficial for keeping your mind calm and your emotions balanced. Avoid making impulsive decisions or reacting out of anger, as the eclipse energy can cloud your judgment. Remember, the eclipse is not about immediate results, but about long-term growth. Let go of the need for external validation and focus on the internal shifts happening within you. The more you align with your higher purpose, the more the universe will support your journey. Stay patient, stay grounded, and trust the process of transformation. For Aquarius, the solar eclipse taking place in Virgo will have profound effects, as it occurs in your 8th house. The 8th house is known for its associations with transformation, shared resources, deep psychological exploration, and occult sciences. This period will bring a mixture of challenges and opportunities for growth, pushing you to introspect deeply and make necessary changes in your life. The 8th house governs shared assets, inheritances, and unearned wealth, and the solar eclipse is likely to bring changes in these areas. You might experience shifts in how shared resources with a spouse or business partner are managed. This could involve changes in wealth distribution within the family or unexpected financial developments, such as an inheritance or a sudden windfall from investments in stocks, real estate, or even cryptocurrencies. However, since this house also deals with loss, you are advised to avoid taking financial risks, particularly in speculative ventures such as the stock market. Mars aspect on the eclipse signals heightened risk in financial matters, and any impulsive decisions during this period could lead to significant losses. To navigate these changes, focus on financial planning and make cautious decisions regarding investments and shared resources. It's a good time to reassess joint financial obligations and perhaps seek professional advice to ensure financial stability. Postponing major financial decisions until after the eclipse may also be wise, allowing time for clarity to emerge. The 8th house is often associated with deep psychological and spiritual transformation, and this eclipse can be a powerful catalyst for you to undergo profound inner changes. The energy of this eclipse encourages you to confront any lingering emotional issues, traumas, or unresolved conflicts. It's a time for deep introspection, where you are encouraged to examine where you are going wrong in life and how you can improve. This period may bring to the surface old wounds or psychological baggage, giving you the opportunity to heal. You are advised to take up practices that facilitate self-reflection, such as meditation, therapy, or journaling. Engaging in occult sciences, astrology, tarot, or past life regression can also provide profound insights during this period. By diving deep into the mysteries of life, you can gain a better understanding of yourself and your purpose. However, this transformative energy can be intense, so it's essential not to be overly critical of yourself. If the emotional load becomes overwhelming, seeking guidance from a counselor, spiritual advisor, or mentor is recommended. Health is another area that may be affected by this eclipse, particularly in relation to diet and fitness. Saturn, which is in your 1st house, brings a heightened concern for physical health, and you may become more conscious of your weight, diet, and overall well-being. The eclipse could prompt you to reassess your dietary habits, urging you to adopt a healthier lifestyle. It's a time to make critical changes to your diet, perhaps guided by medical professionals or nutritionists, especially if current habits are not yielding the desired results. However, the 8th house also rules accidents and injuries, and Mars' influence from the 5th house suggests a heightened risk of mishaps, particularly in sports or physical activities. You should exercise caution in physical pursuits, avoiding reckless behavior that could lead to injury. Mars energy also signals potential issues involving children or sporting accidents, so remain vigilant especially if you have children involved in high-risk activities. This eclipse may also bring challenges in relationships, particularly with authority figures such as parents, bosses, or mentors. The 8th house governs power dynamics, and during this period, power within relationships may be renegotiated. There could be friction in relationships, especially regarding shared responsibilities or resources, with you feeling a sense of tension or imbalance. Issues involving family, particularly with a spouse or parents, may come to the forefront, requiring careful navigation. The eclipse's conjunction with Ketu, a planet known for its karmic influence, suggests that these challenges may stem from unresolved karmic lessons. You should remain patient and diplomatic during this time, particularly in family matters. Rather than reacting impulsively or engaging in power struggles, it's important to approach these situations with calm and a willingness to listen. This eclipse offers an opportunity to strengthen relationships through mutual understanding and compromise. The eclipse in the 8th house also stimulates a deep interest in the occult sciences, astrology, and other esoteric knowledge. You may find yourself drawn to explore these areas more deeply, potentially embarking on studies in these fields. Whether it's astrology, tarot, or spiritual healing, this period offers a rich opportunity to expand your understanding of the metaphysical world. However, the eclipse is not a good time to embark on formal educational pursuits, such as certification courses or higher degrees. It is better to postpone such plans until after the eclipse, when the energies are more conducive to academic success. Instead, you can focus on personal studies, particularly in areas related to research and finance. Ultimately, this solar eclipse is a time of profound transformation for you. While the energies may feel intense, bringing unexpected changes and challenges, they also offer opportunities for growth, healing, and renewal. By embracing introspection, making cautious decisions regarding finances, and being open to spiritual growth, you can navigate this period with grace. It is a time to clear out old emotional baggage, reset power dynamics in relationships, and align more closely with your higher purpose. For Pisces, the solar eclipse occurring in Virgo will have a profound effect as it transpires in the 7th house, which governs partnerships, marriage, and business dealings. This is a powerful time that calls for adaptability and openness in personal relationships, as well as in professional partnerships. The energies of this eclipse are intense, bringing opportunities for transformation, but also challenges, especially if there is a reluctance to adjust to new realities or confront underlying issues. For Pisces, the key will be navigating these changes with calm, clear communication, and a readiness to embrace new beginnings, especially in the area of relationships. The 7th house is the house of marriage and partnerships, and with the solar eclipse occurring here, there will likely be significant shifts in this area. For married Pisces individuals, this could mean a transformation in the dynamic of your relationship. While this may not necessarily signal the end of a relationship, it will likely suggest a period of deep introspection and adjustment. The eclipse will push you to re-examine your relationship and see where improvements are needed. This might involve bringing more balance, cooperation, and understanding into your marriage or committed partnership. It is important to avoid conflicts or confrontations during this period, as emotions will be heightened, and misunderstandings could easily escalate into bigger issues. If disagreements arise, it's advisable to step back, cool down, and revisit the conversation once both parties are more receptive. Hasty reactions could cause unnecessary strain. Instead, focus on open communication and seek to resolve issues calmly. If both partners can be adaptable and willing to make necessary changes, this eclipse has the potential to rejuvenate relationships, making them stronger and more resilient in the long term. This solar eclipse marks a time of new beginnings in your partnerships, whether in marriage or business. Pisces individuals might enter into new business ventures or partnerships, or existing professional relationships could evolve, requiring new levels of cooperation and commitment. Hasta Nakshatra, where this eclipse is occurring, encourages adaptability, so this period will demand flexibility in how you approach collaborations. You may be forced to adjust to new circumstances, whether by choice or external pressure, but doing so will open up avenues for growth. Those who are single may find this a time when a significant new relationship enters their life. This eclipse can bring about fated connections, and there could be the possibility of a new romantic partnership that transforms your perspective on love and companionship. However, remember that new relationships, like established ones, will require patience and understanding. Don't rush into commitments without first ensuring that both you and your partner are on the same page. The eclipse will also influence commercial partnerships and public dealings, making this a critical time for business relationships. If you've been facing accusations or challenges in your professional life, this eclipse could help clear your name and restore your reputation. The energy of the 7th house, combined with the influence of the eclipse, suggests that hidden issues might surface, but ultimately, they will pave the way for new beginnings. The 6th house lord, the sun, is being eclipsed in your 7th house, which may temporarily cloud your judgment regarding business dealings. Be cautious when entering new agreements or negotiations, as misunderstandings could arise. This period is not ideal for taking financial risks, especially since Mars is aspecting from the 4th house, adding a layer of unpredictability. Avoid impulsive decisions and speculative ventures, as they may lead to losses. Instead, focus on long-term strategies and ensure that all agreements are carefully reviewed. Despite these challenges, the eclipse holds the promise of renewal. Pisces individuals who navigate these changes with a clear, focused mind will find that new opportunities in business will open up over the next 6 months. Whether it's forming new partnerships or revitalizing existing ones, this is a time when persistence and adaptability will pay off. Health is another area where Pisces individuals need to be mindful during this eclipse. The 6th house lord, the sun, governs your health, and its eclipse in the 7th house indicates that issues related to stress, particularly in relationships, could impact your well-being. Be cautious with your diet and lifestyle during this time, especially since Saturn's presence in your 12th house can heighten concerns around health and vitality. If you are dealing with any chronic health issues, make sure to consult with a healthcare provider and avoid neglecting your body's signals. Mars' influence from the 4th house could lead to accidents or mishaps, particularly if you engage in physical activities. Stay cautious and avoid risky ventures. This is a time to focus on maintaining balance, both physically and mentally, and ensuring that you are taking care of your overall well-being. The energy of this solar eclipse will likely bring up deep emotions, especially in the context of your relationships. You may find yourself more introspective than usual, reflecting on how your partnerships are aligned with your true self. This is a good time to engage in healing practices, whether through therapy, meditation, or simply opening up emotionally with your partner or a trusted advisor. The eclipse's influence encourages soul-level connections, so you may experience a deepening of your emotional bonds if you are open to it. However, be mindful of not letting fear or insecurities cloud your judgment. Saturn's presence in your 12th house might make you more prone to withdrawal or overthinking. It's crucial to stay grounded and focus on building a positive, supportive atmosphere in your relationships. Keeping lines of communication open will help to alleviate any misunderstandings or tension that might arise during this period. Overall, the solar eclipse in Virgo is a time of transformation for Pisces individuals, particularly in the realm of relationships and partnerships. Whether in personal or professional dealings, adaptability, clear communication, and patience will be your greatest assets during this time. While the eclipse may bring temporary challenges or unexpected events, it also offers the opportunity for renewal and growth. By staying grounded, focusing on nurturing your relationships, and embracing new beginnings with an open heart, you will emerge stronger and better aligned with your true path. As we wrap up this transit episode, remember that these insights are based on sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. If you'd like more personalized predictions for their specific zodiac sign or have any questions about their astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If they found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more astrology insights. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so they never miss an update. Thank they once again for joining us, and we eagerly anticipate sharing more astrological wisdom with they in the future. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.